Hey guys! The 1990s was a great time for video games. Many great games were made during this time. Well, maybe they weren't all great, but there was plenty of gaming goodness to go around. So today I talk about 90s video games. I didn't play a lot of them during the 90s, but I've played them years later and enjoyed them. So without further ado, let's get to the list. Number 5. Pokémon Yellow, 1998. This was the first handheld game I ever played and I love this game. I always felt Yellow was the best out of the three games. I like that it included Jesse and James and I love their theme music, by the way. You also had Pikachu as a starter, just like Ash Ketchum in the anime. Just like in the anime, the Pikachu you get dislikes Pokeballs and ends up just following you on foot. I admit Gen 1 has its flaws, but even so, I can always love it for the nostalgia. Number 4. Mega Man 4, 1991. So I didn't get into Mega Man until 2008. It was in 2008 or 2009 when I first played Mega Man 4. It is the first Mega Man game in the main line of classic Mega Man games that has the charge shot. I love the charge shot so much. Mega Man 4 is personally my favorite out of the 6 NES games. I'm never turned off by anything in the game like I would be in most of other classic Mega Man games. It doesn't waste my time with Doc robots, it doesn't have death lasers, and it's not too overly difficult like Mega Man 1 can be. I just feel like Capcom really nailed it with Mega Man 4 in my opinion. Number 3. Donkey Kong Country 2, 1995. Yep, I wasn't going to not include this awesome game. Many people will tell you that Donkey Kong Country 2 is the best Donkey Kong game, and they're right. I don't think I've met anyone who didn't think so. I actually first played the game on the Game Boy Advance and I absolutely loved my experience with it. The levels are fun, the music is great. I love the atmosphere of Crocodile Isle. I love that it's this big dark tower in the middle of the ocean with a green sky. Not many video games have that type of overworld. I also love playing as Dixie Kong, her helicopter hair is awesome. Overall, Donkey Kong Country 2 is iconic and it's one of the best games in the 90s. Number 2. BanjoKazooie, 1998. I actually played this game back in 2016 and I absolutely enjoyed playing it. It's definitely one of the best games I played for my channel. I like it more than BanjoTooie as it has very little backtracking. I tend to prefer a game where I can just collect everything on the first visit in a level. BanjoTooie isn't terrible, I'm just not a fan of how backtracky it is. So when I feel like playing a collectathon video game, I'm way more likely to go for BanjoKazooie. Overall, it's an awesome game, and it may even be my favorite Nintendo 64 game, if not one of them. Before getting to number 1, I will make some honorary mentions. First there is Spiral 1 and 2. Both games are great, they're easily some of the best PS1 games I ever played. And I can't forget to mention the Crash Bandicoot original PlayStation trilogy, those games are pretty fun too. Then there is the original Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favorite out of all of them. Next is Bugdom, it was released in 1999 and as short as the game is, I do really enjoy it. Also I like Lego Island, I always love the atmosphere of the island. And the other Mega Man games are great too, especially Mega Man X1, that game is fantastic. Then there is Super Mario All-Stars, which has all the NES Mario titles but with updated graphics and it's pretty great. And let's not forget Super Mario World, it has the best control out of any 2D Mario game in my opinion. And I wasn't going to leave out Super Mario 64, I mostly played the DS version, but I enjoy the game. Zelda also had good games in the 90s, I especially love A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. And then there is the Super Bomberman games, those are a lot of fun. I will also mention Kirby's Adventure, it's easily one of the best looking NES games and it's a lot of fun to play. And lastly I want to mention Donkey Kong Country 1 and 3, they aren't as good as 2 but they are still fun and I enjoy them very much. And finally number 1. Frogger He's Back, 1997. I am choosing this game as number 1 purely on nostalgia. This was essentially the first video game I ever played and I love it, It's not the easiest game, but it sure as heck is a lot of fun. It also has such a phenomenal soundtrack in my opinion. I love the variety of levels in this game, and I think plenty of creativity has gone into this game. Getting to each frog always felt so satisfying. I will never forget about this awesome gem of a game. And that's it for this top 5 list. What are your favorite games from the 90s? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.